So back again at I'm not gonna go to the workshop. So this is usually where I just come to do some work on the bike and what's not. But so last time I did the exhaust, and I kind of lost a footage of everything that I made. But a little recap to actually recall off all the work that I've done for the bike. So first of all, to actually break the ice, this is the Leo Vinci LV10. Normally this fits the 17 and up models. So what I did is I didn't know if it was actually the size was actually going to be perfect 5 feet, but it is. So you actually can fit a 17 and up exhaust on the 2016. The size over here for the mid pipe is exactly the same. The only difference that comes is this part here. I was going to make a bracket to actually get it, but for some reason I couldn't get or figure out the exact distance for this. So I made something temporary, just hold it there while I'm looking for a bracket or whatever. I'm going to go to a mechanic to actually have that made, so I can actually have a proper thing there on the way it holds. Second thing is you have to remove the butterfly valves if you want to remove them. But if you do, there is a big sound difference on the way the exhaust sounds, because once they open, it's louder. So the thing to do is I don't know if you can see it, but somewhere here, that's where the motor is. So when you want to actually make the change or remove those, you have to loosen the cable. I already removed mine, but you have to loosen the cable. The one on top is going to be the one that's going to give you a hard time. On the bottom is going to be open easy, so you unscrew them. Now you open them, you loosen them up, and then you just slide it out of the motor, which is somewhere over here. I don't know if you can see it, but basically this. You slide it out. The one on top, I think it's a little shorter. The trick to actually remove it, what you have to do is you have to unscrew the motor, so it gets a little looser, and then over here where you actually hold, you have to unscrew that as well. So once you remove the one in the back, that comes out way faster. Like poop, poop, it's out. And then you just remove, push it back in, screw it, and you're done for the exhaust. Butterfly valve remover. And next thing now that I want to do is windscreen. I got a double bubble windscreen, dark smoke, that I ordered. The only thing I'm gonna miss is gonna be this though. I don't think I have a Aprilia sticker on those, so I'm gonna have to order that and try to have it there. Wait, I'm gonna have a little comparison. So this is the double bubble windscreen that I have for the bike. So this is how it looks, 5.3. And this is how it will look. Ooh, I actually like that. I like that. Black on white, so red. Okay, I see it. Alright, let's try to get some work done. So you know, just do it. Only thing that's going to need is remove this 4 bolt, and I think just slide it out. And the main thing that I'm going to need for that, of course, is this. And the size that I need is the T10 for that. Ba-da! So let's see. Oh, it's actually opening up. I don't like why it always feel like there's a little white thing on it, spot on it. I don't know what it is, but okay, so all 4s are out. Alright, so this is a look of the bike without the windscreen, which I actually removed. Da-da-da. I'm really gonna miss the Aprilia sign in the front, really. So next thing I have to do, I have to transfer this little black, I don't know what you call this, but whatever thing that is, I have to transfer that onto the new one. So I have to move all the thing on the 6 places there, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go. It actually looks weird like this. Ta-da! So I think the thing that's missing, I'm gonna have a Aprilia sticker somewhere here, just because it actually gives the look as the white one did, or the Cito. Similar look of the white Aprilia thing. I might have it on white or red. Actually, I'm gonna go with white. White sticker, and that should be it. You should have the black, red, and thing. Or if it's white and red, good enough. So this is done. I'm thinking about doing the tail light as well. just remove this thing, man. Like, come on, bro. Let's see. I might give it a try this one. Let's go. So I already know I tried it last time. So the main thing that you have to do for this is you have to remove the side pedal, the side panel, whatever you call it. This has to rotate a little bit so you can actually remove that. And yeah, this obviously. And that should be it. So that's it. Later on or whatever. So basically, it took me a little longer to actually remove the tail fairing than I thought I would. But yeah, so basically what you want to remove everything on the side, move everything on the other side. Now the main thing to remove from the tail light, you have to follow the cable. So the cable is connected to, oops, I just unplugged it. But that was connected to this. I mean, to this and to this. So this actually is what connects to the tail light. This. The big one is what connects to the click, the turn signal. So everything is already removed. So now the last thing that I really have to do is for me to remove these 2 bolts, the one on the side, so I can remove the tail light. And then the one that I have is over here, and it's motor dynamic and integrated turn signal. There's a lot of things in there in the box, but you know, we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. Let's go. Alright, so the tail light is removed. So next step now is just to start switch over everything that's just removed to competition worker, or I mean motor dynamic one, and that should be it. So that's it. This is what I got. I'm just gonna show a little. So this is my sit. This is where I sit usually when I like to sit. I don't like to sit on the floor, so I put this on the floor here. And I put my butt. Ooh. And I put my bum on it. This is what I have. It's so light. Motor dynamic. Pretty much that's it. Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much it. They give you the instruction on how to connect everything. But at the same time, I mean, I'm gonna read that, but these are yellow bars. I have a YouTube video that I'm watching of some guy that actually did the same thing with the same tail light. So that's gonna give me a little more insight than just reading whatever on the diagrams there. But anyway, either way, everything's gonna work perfectly. Everything's gonna be fine. So yeah, I'm about to do it. Alright, okay, I'm sorry for using this, but I just don't want to put my bum on the floor. But so following the steps that you have on the whatever thing there, the model there, it's so easy to actually plug because they have everything color coordinated. Okay, the only thing that you're not plugging directly, that you're gonna actually plug directly, is this. That goes straight to the bike, and everything else color coordinated, yellow, blue. On the other side you have the yellow and the blue, and the plugs are made so that each of them match directly, and the color actually tells you which one goes where. At the end, it's actually pretty long, so you're just gonna have to find a way to move everything over there like in the bike and just plug it in. That's basically it. So let's do that so we actually can test it out and finish it. Moment of truth. So I got everything connected. I don't want to finish the whole product before, so what I'm gonna do is just try to turn the bike on to see if everything is actually working out the way it's supposed to. Bum. Let's go. Right blinker. Right blinker. Left blinker. Left blinker. Let's try to press the brakes. Yeah, works. Now let's finish it, put everything back together and we're good.